Hey, have you ever wondered if Thanksgiving is really just about pilgrim's pie and football? Turns out, the story goes way deeper and way older than you might think. Let's dig into the surprising and honestly kinda wild pagan origins of Thanksgiving. So, when most people think about Thanksgiving, they picture 1621, a bunch of hungry pilgrims and some friendly Native Americans sitting down for a meal. That's the official story, right? But here's the twist. Thanksgiving as we know it has roots stretching back thousands of years, way before pilgrims or even the idea of America. Most major holidays, like Christmas and Easter, are a mashup of Christian and older pagan traditions. But Thanksgiving, it's actually one of the least Christianized holidays out there. Sure, the name Thanksgiving comes from old Church of England ceremonies, but the real heart of the holiday, the giant feast, comes straight from ancient harvest festivals. Let's take a quick world tour. In ancient Rome, they had Cerealia, a festival for Ceres, the goddess of grain. The Greeks and Romans had dozens of gods and goddesses for the harvest. Over in Britain, the Celts and Anglo-Saxons celebrated harvest home. Basically, they'd parade the last cart of crops through town, then throw a massive party. And by the 1800s, those feasts were described as unrestrained riot in excess. Sound familiar? Even the stuff we see on the Thanksgiving table is straight out of ancient mythology. That iconic cornucopia, the horn of plenty, that's from a Greek myth about a magical goat whose horn could never be emptied. Zeus himself got in on that action. It later showed up with Roman goddesses and eventually on American coins. And the turkey, Native Americans saw it as a symbol of abundance and a connection to the land. They even used turkey feathers in rituals. Corn, or maize, wasn't just food for Native Americans. It was spiritual, sometimes thought of as a spirit itself. And yeah, Native people showed the pilgrims how to grow it, basically saving their lives. Here's something a lot of people miss. The rosy image of the first Thanksgiving covers up a much harsher reality for Native Americans. At that 1621 meal, Native people were giving thanks to their own spirits and deities, not just sitting down for some turkey and gravy. The whole idea of honoring the harvest, giving thanks to nature, and coming together as a community, that's way older than Plymouth Rock. So when you're digging into your mashed potatoes or zoning out to the football game, remember, you're actually taking part in a tradition that goes back to ancient Rome, Celtic Britain, and beyond. It's not just about history textbooks or colonial costumes. It's about that universal human urge to come together, feast, and celebrate nature's abundance before winter sets in. Pretty wild, right? So next Thanksgiving, maybe raise a glass to the pagans, the gods and goddesses of grain, and all the people, past and present, who remind us to be grateful for what we have. Happy Thanksgiving.